Hey, what's up guys, we're training chest and shoulders and triceps today at the Lion's Den.
So most people should just take the time to figure out where their body actually stops, and that's arguably where you should have your range of motion. Grab something that doesn't have any weight, because you can have enough weight will just smash you into any range of motion. But take like a broomstick or something, and then just actively pull it down. So literally try to pull it into you. I mean, you can see even when I do this, like just pull. I mean, I get to the point where it's like probably right about where I stop. If there was an imaginary bar in my hand, half an inch off my chest. And so again, if you can't pull down any further than that, you shouldn't let a bar push you down any further.
Right now we're doing seated cable flies. This gives you a little bit more mobility up top. You get a little bit deeper stretch. And yeah, we're gonna do probably 2 sets here.
So almost everybody has cables. So for most people, obviously, it's just basically the same thing as a pec deck, just a little bit more versatile. And obviously you can really adjust. You can adjust a little bit on the pec deck by adjusting your body position, but here it's much easier to adjust basically the height of the cables. So you line it up just with your shoulders and your pec fibers, so it feels great. So every gym in the world has a foam roller, and then basically I just put this thing on here, which is literally called a lashing strap, which I'm sure is for lashing a lot of other stuff aside from gym equipment. Just let your shoulder blades move a little bit better.
High incline press. Basically it's working a lot of the upper clavicular muscles. And that's what we're just working on, the upper shelf here. Yeah, a lot of incline stuff.
What are the benefits of doing like a dead stop?
I mean, the biggest benefit is ideally just to keep someone a little bit more strict. I wouldn't say it's definitively any better than doing a light tap and go. For people that actually know that training hard means some sort of standardized good form, then I really think it kind of goes with personal preference. But some people will either start to shortchange their range of motion as things get heavier. So if you're someone that as you keep going up in load, your range of motion stops being here and then stops here instead, or stops here instead, keeps getting shorter and shorter as you get heavier and heavier, then setting the pins can gauge your bottom position, make sure you're getting the same spot every single time. But then the other thing with that as well too is Some people do out of the bottom. They just want to use momentum. You'll literally see whether it's a squat, a press, or whatever, people will come down, and in the last couple seconds, they'll speed up and bounce. And so instead of using muscles, they're using momentum. Whereas if you have to completely stop, obviously the only thing that can get it moving after complete stop is your muscles. Look at one arm, one cable, it's the exact same motion. The only thing that's different, two things. One, is like, in my opinion, if I can ever do something both arms at the same time as opposed to one, I will always do it because it's faster, as long as it doesn't take away from the training effect. So literally doing this one at a time or lying down and going both at the same time has the exact same training effect, the exact same profile or whatever. And then on top of that, I like lying down. So that's if there's something that's slightly different that a lot of people haven't done. As I like lying down just because it keeps everything more strict. I joke that I have like the wiggles. So whenever I do any exercise, or even if I'm like sitting, like my feet always move. If I'm standing, like I don't even catch myself kind of like bouncing and shit. So I like to have anything that just keeps everything that's not supposed to be moving, not moving. And then the cuffs are just nice in my opinion. Some people, one, they can focus more on the trained muscle whenever you move the contact point of the load closer to it, but also just takes the grip out of it. So it's just a nice little thing, again, where you can still grip the hands nice and hard so you have a lot of tension through your forearm and your elbows, but you're taking your grip strength out of the equation, almost similar like using straps on a back day or something.
All right, guys, so this last set we did a drop, just one, a little bit more metabolic work, and just a little bit more volume since we're not doing much for shoulders right now.
Just call it like a cable cross tricep extension. So it's the same as any normal, cable push down or press down for triceps. But just for a lot of people, like when you put your arms kind of at your side, they kind of stick out a little bit, and your hands naturally kind of internally rotate, you have a hard time getting them out here, then this basically is just a better fit. So the cable will just kind of line up through the elbow and the upper arm. So that's the only reason to cross them. For a lot of people that are a little bit smaller, if you have a little bit more narrow clavicles, your arms kind of sit straight up and down, then a normal press down will be a fine fit.
All right, Muscle and Strength, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below, like, share, and comment.